Beneath Mount Kilimanjaro, there was a presence I returned to again and again, not out of routine, but out of reverence. I searched for Craig the way one searches for an old friend, not with urgency, but with faith, with quiet certainty that somewhere ahead he would be there, massive, silent, unchanged by time. I felt a deep connect with Craig. On every journey I hosted in Africa, the moment I looked forward to the most was my pilgrimage to go see him. It was never just an elephant sighting, it was meeting of friends. A reminder that some lives grow large, they begin to feel eternal. Craig did not demand attention, he commanded it by simply being. His presence showed the land, hushed the wind, bent time itself. On my next journey to the towering shadow of Kilimanjaro, he will not come. Not because I failed to look, not because the land hid him, but because he is no more. The wild gives no farewell, no warning, no explanation. It offers the unflinching truth that life rises, reigns, and falls by nature's own law. Craig died as he lived, unbowed, unbroken, beneath the skies that shaped him. The plains will still stretch, golden, endless, but heavier now. The acacia will remember his weight, the dust will remember his stride, and the wind will carry a silence where once his presence spoke louder than sound. And yet, he walks on, not in body, but in story. In legend, in the quiet reverence of those who knew what it meant to stand before him. Craig has fallen, but his story endures. Etched into the land he ruled, carried by the herds he once guided, held by the earth that bore his footsteps. And I will return, still look beneath the mountain Kilimanjaro, knowing that I will never see him again, but forever grateful that once I did.